This broadcast is presented to you by Mayo Clinic, the #1 hospital in the world.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back here now to Habtoor Polo Club for our second match of the day. Third day of play in the 17th edition of the Gold Cup 2026. And this is Bangash, the blue shirts, against Gantoot in their royal maroon shirts. And looking for another very exciting game out here this afternoon. And for our lineups, we'll have in the blue shirts for Bangash, it's playing at #1, Haida Bangash, played a cracker the other day, scored 3 goals. Federico Bonpatowski at #2, Tomasito Fernandez Llorente at 3, and Alfredo Capella Baramucci at 4. And for Gantoot, it is Ali Almeri at #1. At #2, Pablo Llorente at 3, Kaku Haraja, and at 4, Juan Jaureche. Chucker, Ali on Billie Jean, Felicidad for Pablo, F35 for Kaku. We're already into play here now, and Kaku on the play. Kaku brings it forward. He's got Jaureche in there behind him. Tomasito just has to yield off. Goes by himself, does Kaku. Kaku finds a little bit of space, goes with the next shot here, sends that one up. He's looking for Llorente. Can't come on to it, but first on to it will be Tomasito. Tomasito checks, turns, comes back inside there. Of Kaku in behind comes Capella, goes by himself, brings it up here now to Pablo, but it's just cut out the play there by Fede Omtowski. Up for Haida. Haida Bangash up on the move. Oh, and he couldn't quite pick the first touch up, but Tomasito comes through like a bullet train, and off he goes here now. Pursued there by Ali Almeri, flicks it in, can't get back onto that play, and the ball goes out over the back line. So good work there by Ali Almeri. So on the back line it is here now for Gantoot. And the big fella Capella to bring this one in. Brings it up forward here now. Kaku goes one way, goes the other way. Goes under the neck, sends that ball out into some open space for Kaku to get onto. Kaku picks that one up. Going across to him, there's Capella. Sorry, it was Harichi, of course, bringing that in for Gantoot. He checks up, comes onto it. There it does. Kaku looking to come in behind Capella. Sends that ball up in towards the danger zone at about the 60-yard line, but first to be picked up here by Tomasito. Tomasito picks this one up here now. With him there is Pablo Llorente. Goes for the challenge, not enough there to beat Tomasito as he goes forward with the play once again. Tomasito's got Capella in behind, and he sends the bomb straight out the front door here now, but it's on the inside there of Potolski, and it's going to be Jaureche. Near side backhand, cuts that one out here for Almeri or Kaku to come on to, but first to surface with it will be Tomasito, who sends the backhand, comes off Kaku on that there, and he just wants to check himself and his pony. Not quite sure what it hit, but yo, it was going with some pace. Trust me, it was. 'Cause 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 So, umpire right on the field there with Matthias Verbeni. Third man, of course, being the Prof, Chris Hyde. Porto out there on Calandria, Tomasito and Picasso. Ristrojo there for Alfredo Capella. And it looks like we have Pablo quickly going changing. And we'll have the ball rolled in from the inside out on umpire right. Right lines of two teams up here now. Looking for a vague resemblance of a gap. Bowls that ball in it goes. Stuck at twos. Now picked up at the threes here now by Tomasito. Tomasito looks to get away there from Horichi. Manages to do so. Comes forward here now. Gets in between the players here now as Tomasito. In behind is Pitolski. And he's coming forward once again. He's got a player in front, player behind, rides him off. The ball skews off opponent and it's picked up by Pablo. Pablo comes forward here now. Llorente onto his near side. Tries to push that one up there for Kaku, but it's picked up here now by Porto. Onto the play. Turns, faces forward. Pony just pings that one forward, but he gets back onto it once again. Here does Fede. Fede looks up towards the goal and looks to send that one in. And he reckons the players come across him as he fires the ball into the Pony. And it has been deemed that possibly the Red 2 had come across. But they've all run away for a change, leaving Alfredo Capella there to tee that ball up. And players call, but he's just teeing that one up there for Tomasito. There are no free changes going on here in this match. The temperature has dropped fortuitously. And it's actually Podolski. Comes up, drives, shoots, and puts that one away. Flags aloft, opening up the score here now for Bangash. 1 goal to Bangash it is. And so back to the middle of the field in front of the Chihingiri Polo tent to get this ball bowled into play. Good afternoon, gents and ladies. Umpire right lines these two teams up here now. Right. Bowls that ball into play. Into play it. Skews off the Pony. Looking to get onto that one there is Llorente. Porto comes in to try and make a spoiling play, but Llorente recovers the play once again. Llorente. Up onto it here now. Porto coming back at him. He's going to have to keep sharp. Nope, they've left it here now for Kaku. Kaku leans into that and sends it forward, but it's stopped there by Alfie and sends it back with a little bit of purchase almost and picked up by Tomasito. Porto's going forward, comes off the Pony. He's going to have to go back again. Just lost a little bit of forward momentum. It's working hard. There are Tomasito and Kaku Araja. Gets hooked this time. Leaves it though for Alfredo. Something's just fallen off something somewhere anyway. But not sure it was a mallet head. Oh, tries to pick it up on the near side there. Does Almiri, but it's taken away from Porto now by Kaku. Wasn't quite round quickly enough, so that's why Kaku can come in and make the play. Kaku goes in underneath the neck with this one here now. Looking for Juan Hareche, but first to surface with the play will be Tomasito. He's going to keep that pressure on, does so, but Tomasito controls the man. Didn't control the ball, but it's come forward here, but he gets onto it. Is going to be Porto. He's taking this back down into his own territory. He wants to go around the field and get away there from Hareche. Taking the milk run around the field here now is Federico von Podolski. Podolski checks up on the play. Coming in onto him there is Hareche. Hareche spoils his play, tries to get back over to it. Does so, makes the backhand, puts it into open space for Kakuraja to pick up, who looks up at goal and sends that ball forward from a distance, but unfortunately falls a little bit short and just goes to the right-hand side of the goals. So the ball will be placed on the back line here now. For Alfredo Capella to bring back into play. Capella on the play. Sends that one out here wide. He's looking for his man, but nobody to get onto that first from his own team. But it's Kaku Araja for Gantut. Picks up the play. Kaku turns, comes back inside once again. He's got Harechi in behind. Goes for the long shot, looks to send that one up forward. But closing the back door once again there will be Capella as in comes Ali Amiri to try and make a spoiling play. Risking a foul, but Capella comes away with it. Beats the next man in the form of Pablo Llorente. Settles down on the play. Pablo comes back round at him. He's trying to pick it up, but in comes Hyder. Hyder picks that one up and takes it forward and sends it out here now for Tomasito. Tomasito couldn't quite pick it up cleanly, but once again, Haida sends a nice ball up forward, but first to get back to it will be Haurechi. Haurechi takes it deeper down his own territory just to see if he can find a bit of angle and pulls Tomasito in there with him. Round comes Kaku as well. So he's just looking to see what plays he can make. Kaku comes off, goes forward, yields off, gives a bit of space to Tomasito, and they've all sent up once again here now by Haurechi. Haurechi on the play. Under the neck, he tries to go with that. There's Kaku with Poto in there with him, and coming back for it is Poto there with Haurechi, and we get a whistle on the play. So the umpire's just having a quick discussion. They were hoping they were going to go forward with it, but we have a spot penalty it is. Just brought in off the boards there by the umpires for Juan Haurechi to bring in for Gantut. Haurechi taps it up forward. Not challenged as such as this time, so he sent it out here now. Oh, it came off the back of the pony of Kaku, allowing Poto into it. Goes to the backhand. Kaku picks it up. Kaku faces forward here now. He's got Alfie in behind. Gets interfered with by a player, but he manages to get through, but it's sent out towards the side here now. And Tomasito trying to get up onto this one here from the backhand there from Poto. And gets called to leave that one. He's sent up there by Capella. He picked it up onto his near side nicely here. There's Tomasito. Coming in at speed is Pablo. Gets the hook. Leaves it for Kaku. Kaku shuts the play down and turns facing forward once again. Comes in towards the middle of the field. Gets told to let it go by Pablo and does so and sends it forward. Half cut out of the play there by Capella, and it's Ali Almiri picks it up here now. Ali Almiri under the neck, he's looking for this one here now, and Ali Almiri pokes it away through the goal. So nice goal there for Ali Almiri, making it 1 goal apiece it is here in chukker number 1. The first 2 to goes, and that there will end our first chukker of our second match this afternoon. The score being 1 goal all. And now we'll go to a few messages and adverts from Polo Line and some highlights whilst the players quickly change before we start chukker number 2. So welcome back here now to our Polo Line viewers and all of us here at Habtoor Polo Resort and Club as we look to start chukker number 2 here in this 5 chukker match. 1 goal apiece it is. Ali Almir to come out on Havana. Rosie there for Pablo. Messi for Kaku. Sharara for Juan Haurechi. Chiva, the little grey, for Poto. Penitente for Tomasito, and Alfredo Capella to come out on Rockstar. So 2 teams lining up there on umpire right. Right, bowls that ball into play. Off the line out it comes. Can't quite get onto that one clearly. Can Poto, but he leaves it now for Alfredo. Alfredo allows it to clear. Ali tempted to come in and make a poke at it, but wisely stood away from it, and he sends a nice bomb up the field here now. looking for Poto. Poto makes the hook there on Kaku and comes in between the players here now. Going goalward bound on Little Chiva. She's really found her legs this year here now with Poto. Goes with the back shot, looking to put it away, but just got a little bit too much on that angle and just put it wide. Unfortunately, got a little complicated there for his last shot, but brought into play here now by Juan Haurechi. Juan takes it away from Kaku, goes the other way, looking to take on Potolski. Potolski and Haurechi comes in, steals that one away. Potolski just can't believe his eyes. He thought he was safe and solid and home, but Juan Haurechi chanced his arm and took it away nicely onto the boards. He comes, coming back round up onto this here now. Comes Kaku, and Kaku, Poto thought that he'd come round the front of the line on that one there. And he comes in, Poto comes back to try and spoil that play, but Kaku still retains possession, keeps it away there from Capella. In behind is Haurechi, who goes out on the run. He goes by himself, Kaku looking to take the big fella on. In behind comes Haurechi, comes back in to try and help out, looks to try and come back over to it. He was tempted to make a stab, but he'd still come across it in front of Capella. Maybe they should make the players make a play on the ball. But there it is, the ball's dropped down here. And it'll be a spot penalty here now. For Alfreda Capella and Bangash. Brings it forward, up there to Llorente. Comes forward it once more. There's not really enough room. Maybe the umpires feel, and we get a whistle on that play. And it looks like they're going to whip this one up forward. So let's see how far they take this one. Pablo thought he left enough room, but certainly not enough room as far as the umpire is concerned. And this is going to get moved up here now for a penalty 4. Thank you, the prof. And so, from the 60-yard line, to be teed up by Alfreda Capella. Alfreda Capella here now. Circles round up onto this one here now. The penalty 4 leans into that one. He thumps it hard, but it looks like it's drifted to the left-hand side, and wide it is. Our score remains the same. 1 goal apiece it is here in Chukka number 2. So Juan Haurechi brings it in forward. Goes under the neck here this time for Kaku, but it looks like Capella's going to get onto that one first. Not quite linking up as smoothly as they might do here now as Capella turns it facing back towards goal. He goes here now. Yields off it and leaves it now for Tomasito. Tomasito looking to weave his way past Pablo. He's got Alfie coming in behind. Alfie comes through onto that one, beating the attack there. The challenge from Kaku. Looks to cut that one in towards the goal and just slices that one beautifully in through the goal. For Bangash does Alfreda Capella make it 2-1. Let's see on our replay here now. Came across. Cut that one in nicely, you see. Almiri was in there blocking the goal, but there's nothing he could do about that shot there from Capella. So the players going back to the middle of the field. Capella changing, but he's onside. So we're all good. Having changed at the end, he's coming back to off the back of the line out. Kaku wants to get the jump there on Capella, on Messi. How can it run? Yes, it can run. Puts the head down. Oh, but he decides to check up and bring this ball forward. Tries to keep it away from Capella. Goes with a shot. Doesn't get what he wanted. Goes near side. Very acute angle. Looks to put that one away, but it goes wide. Good run there by Kaku Araja. But great pressure from Capella. As you see. Poto just changing ponies. Hopping from one to the other. In the far corner, it is Alfreda Capella. Bring it into play here now. Allowing Poto to get on. Goes under the neck, looking for him. Realises on fresh legs, trying to get across to him there is Haurechi. Couldn't quite pick the clean ball up. Got a bit of cane on it, and in towards the middle of the field it comes, and Haurechi tries to pick it up, but no, Poto recovers once again, or tries to do so. Almiri picks it up neatly on the near side here. There's Ali Almiri, comes up onto the boards. Oh, and he sends the backhand, and he sends a nice play there, for it drops beautifully for Kaku Araja. A lovely play there by Almir, and it goes up for Kaku Araja. Kaku trying to get onto it, but hard hassle there by Haider. Haider yields off. The ball's left behind, and it is going to be Haurichi to pick it up here now. Haurichi on the play. Haurichi looking to come through here now. Finds a window, sends that one in towards the goal, and through the goal it is there for one Haurichi. Making it 2 goals apiece it is here now in Chukka number 2. Good well worked there. Well worked goal there by the Gantut side. Players changing. They're coming from an onside position, so they'll line up here now. It'll be counted down. The ball into play. Feeling a little lonely in there was Ali Almiri, and out it comes here for Tomasito. Goes with the first time play, looking for Bottle, but he's gone a little straight with it and can't get onto it, so he'll have to go back to his own play himself here with Tomasito. Tomasito comes in, controls the play nicely there. Does Kaku, spoils it. Backhand by Pablo. Pablo looking for Haurichi, but it's going to be Alfredo Capella. Alfie just tickles that ball around and faces back towards the goal once again. Alfie couldn't quite pick it up, and coming in between there and getting away with it nicely there is Haurichi. Haurichi on the play. Haurichi. And we end up with a whistle being blown on that one there by the umpires. And maybe there was, as a Gantut player was trying to get forward, he was clearing a blue player away, maybe, and maybe not. But in fact, we have a technical foul. We're trying to tell the umpires how to do their job, which they're more than capable of doing, as they have just indicated to the players by giving a technical penalty against them. So the ball will be dropped down for a penalty for a 60-yard penalty it is. For Gantut. Being teed up though by Kaku Araja. I don't want to put the commentator's curse on him, but a lovely penalty taker. Super horseman, well balanced, and a great swing. So Kaku Raja for the penalty for. Comes up to it, just tops that one a little bit, but it's travelling. Pablo has it. Pablo wants to make a little backhand in towards the goal, can't quite do so. And it's going to be shadowed out over the back line there by Federico von Potowski. So Bangash will retain possession from the hit-in for Alfredo Capella. Capella goes out towards the picnic area side looking for Potowski. Potowski shuts the pony down. Pablo coming to him, gets away, avoids the hook, does Potowski. Potowski being marked there by Kaku, sends it forward, tries to get it up for Tomasito, but first back on is Haurichi. Haurichi leans into it, a backhand. Kaku tries to pick that up, but stolen away from out underneath his nose. Is a bit pedestrian trying to get onto it by Tomasito. Tomasito comes forward, stopped off out of that play there by Pablo Llorente, and we get a whistle on the play. And he can't believe that that's just happened, but if on the replay we might be able to see quite clearly that he's just hasn't really come with a proper ride-off. He's come to him, hasn't moved him, and just gone straight to the ball. So we have now a short penalty here in favour of Bangash for a penalty 2. So it's not Tomasito taking penalties today. It looks like it is going to be Federico von Potowski for the short ones here now. Comes in, cracks it beautifully and puts that one away there. There's Federico von Potowski going out into the lead there. Well, 3 goals it is now for Bangash, 2 for Gantut. You saw already the previous game, we had Tomasito taking a lot of the penalties. The shorter penalties with Alfie taking the long ones, but today they've had a swap over. And it's Fede to take them. And so the ball rolled back into play it is. Out the back of the lineup. Tomasito looking to pick this one, but it's kicked up forward. Trying to get going forward away here now is Kaku. Looks to avoid that one. Gets in behind there of Tomasito. Here's a call. Fizzes that one forward. He's got Pablo out on the loose here now. Pablo going forward. In behind him there is Ali Elmiri to try and get to it, but he's just got too much onto that approach shot, and wide and straight it is over the back line. So from the line out to the Villa end, and it's Bangash's Alfredo Capella to bring into play. Capella opens that shoulder up, goes almost pretty straight with that one there. Kaku gets on the end of it though. Kaku looks to spoil the play of Potowski. Now taken here. The first bell goes, and it is Juan Jauretche. Jauretche turns, faces forward once again. Just a nice little weighted pass to get that one up for Kaku Araja. Kaku Araja on it here now. Goes under the neck, tries to get that one up forward. He wants to get back onto it, but the backhand comes in there by Potowski as he got onto that line first, and it's now going to be Jauretche with the backhand, and picking it up here is Pablo. Pablo dithering and wasting time, and the backhand goes in. He's going to have to turn around there as Jauretche once again to try and get onto it, and the big fella goes with him, so he goes underneath the neck and sends that one in towards the danger zone, but the second hooter goes, and that there, ladies and gentlemen, will end chukker number 2 on the second hooter. And the score is 3 goals it is to Bangash, 2 for Gantut. And so as the players go back to their camp to go and change horses, as Pablo Llorente with Juan Jauretche just dismounting. And we'll go to a few message adverts and highlights from Polo Line before we come back for chukker number 3. So welcome back here now, ladies and gentlemen, our Polo Line viewers, and of course all of us here at Habtoor. And we'll have a roll in from the inside out where the second hooter went when Ali Elmiri and Haider were coming up onto the play. So we have Gantut going the short way, but Bangash are going to have to come the long way from their pony lines as they're encamped down at the scoreboard end. And Ali Elmiri out on F16. Bajarita for Pablo. Alhambra for Kaku. And Juan Jauretche out here on Athens. Thomas to come out on Tibiana. Rabicana there for Alfredo, but I thought he was actually on Rabicana last chukker, so the list I've been given might not be right, because they do have a habit of swapping things around. So I always thought the Rabicana was the one with the white in its tail. So the two teams will line up here now to get this one underway once again with a roll in from the inside out. As I said, Gantut going the short way here. So two teams lining up. Tomasito just floating off the play. See Kaku off the back of the line out as well, and looking to pick that one up as Tomasito rushed onto it well and picked it up away there from Kaku. Tomasito goes up, Fedivon Potowski going back there to the man is Kaku, but it's now picked up by Capella. Capella, they allowed that one to keep on going as Tomasito got a bit of a thump and a bump, but it's sent up a little bit too far, and it's going to be Juan Richard sitting deep on it there with Potowski. Looks to turn it away, turns right, then turns left, then goes straight and comes away from him. Finds a little bit of space for himself, gives him through, and he's left that one behind, but Potowski had left him, so he's able to get back onto that once again. It is Juan Richard just having a little bit of trouble down that bottom end and being allowed to play on. I'm sure he wants to get this thing out of here as Kaku comes back to give him a little bit of a helping hand. And he goes forward, tries to put that one down the boards for Kaku to come and pick up here now. With Tomasito in front, he just sends that ball up nicely on the first time play, looking for Pablo, but he's kept off out of it by Capella. Capella onto the play here, on his near side, turns it confidently, just flicks this one round the corner, and he flicks it back here for Tomasito to pick that up there. And Tomasito on the play. Miri wanting to get onto it, but just a little bit slow to the mark, and it's going to be Tomasito to turn away from Pablo here this time. Comes forward. He's trying to look for a little bit of something out of that. It's Pablo with Fede, but nothing to be given out of that. Umpires aren't falling for that one, my friend, and it is now going to be Tomasito once again. Tomasito tries to send that ball forward. They lose possession on it. Next onto it, trying to get onto it there as the player comes round the front. It's Alfredo Capella, Alfie, on the play. Alfredo once again. Alfredo looks to try and bring this one in. Leaves it for Tomasito. In behind there is Potowski. As Tomasito comes forward, goes to his near side, yields off it, leaves it for Fede, who goes with a lovely little cut shot in. And cuts that one away through the goals, trying to stop it, but through the goals it is there for Fedivon Potowski. Just called his man off and just dropped the mallet down absolutely beautifully through those goals. Trying to defend, but carried on through the goals. So the score now is 4-2 in favour of Bangash. Here in Chukka number 2, and just under 5 minutes still left to play. So ball into play. Out the front of the line, out comes Ali Elmiri on the loose here now. Loves to run hard and fast. Goes forward once again. Checks up on this here now. Doesn't leave it for Pablo, goes forward himself, but it's taken away there by Capella and trying to steal that one, and does so well like the little rabbit dog he is. It is at Tomasito Fernandez Llorente. Tomasito go over the top of that one there under pressure there from Juan Hareche. Gets called off it here now, does Elmiri, and picking it up under pressure. But first was Kaku, and next onto this is Alfredo, but we get a whistle on the play. So let's have a look. There's our replay there now. So going up forward fast and hard there was Alfredo Capella. And it looks like we've got a penalty 3. As players scramble here now to change. You see some of the Can 2 boys have gone up. And it's a penalty 2. Thank you very much indeed, sir. And it's actually... You see some of the Gantu boys at the scoreboard end changing, so they'll have to come round off the field, of course. So players called as they wait for Tomasito to come back on there from the Bangash end as the red players hop out over the boards. And it'll be Potowski once again for the penalty 2. Potowski drives, shoots, puts that one away. Another one on the board in the short penalties there from Federico von Potowski. El Poto puts number 5 on the board for Bangash. Oh, maybe it's gone wide. It's out. Black man went yes, overruled by the goal judge. So, no goal, scoreboard. Thank you, Sully. It's 4-2. So bringing this off the back line here now is Juan Hareche. Hareche brings it up there. Poto goes out towards the right-hand side here now, looking for Pablo, but it looks like Alfie's got the better of him here now. Pills it round on the near side once again. It's Alfredo Capella. Capella going one way, goes the other, goes in towards the middle of the field, trying to get onto him though is Kaku. It's Alfredo Capella. Capella in there, turns, comes back again, keeps possession of it, near side, stick side, trying to pick that one up, does so, but so shows a little bit too much of it there to Hareche, who just sends a little backhand. The backhand comes out here now for Kaku Araja. Araja picks that play up here now. Araja sets it up for Gantut with Capella in there with him. goes under the neck and looks for a long shot to try and send this one up for Almiri. But first to surface with it here will be Haider Bangash, and Haider looked like he was on it. But let's see what they decide. Maybe Almiri was trying to claim that line and in doing so came up into the backhand, but we'll just wait to see what the umpires say. Yeah, they dropped the ball down here now in favour of Bangash. Ali Almiri only really had a near side play on that one there, as Haider was happily content on it, on his stick side. And so, Alfredo Capella comes forward here now. Leans into that one, it's along the ground, but it's now cut out though by Kaku. Kaku plucks it out the air and goes forward, goes with a half shot, looks to try and get this thing going, windmilling to pick it up, manages to do so on the second attempt with Tomasito in pursuit, gets hooked off out of it. Next onto it is Almiri. Alfie, even he doesn't want to go in there as Almiri comes up at pace, stick side, near side. Back onto his stick side here by Ali Almiri, playing absolutely awesomely here. Ali going across, looking for the next shot. Ali Almiri, but just couldn't get over it enough, and it just pushes it wide, does all the hard work, and unfortunately couldn't quite finish it off there. So good run there by Ali Almiri as the ball's placed on the back line once more here for Alfredo Capella. So Capella taps it forward, brings up Bottle, just changing, so back onto the field. In action, gives that ball a ride, and out it comes here now, looking for his Tomasito. Tomasito trying to help it on its way, and we might have had a Gantut player just infringing that. Let's see what they decide. And yep, just endangering his horse and himself. So we have a spot penalty here in favour of Bangash. To be brought in here now by Alfredo Capella. Capella taps it forward, up there to the marker. Leans to that one, cuts that one out wide here now for Bitovski. Bitovski goes in with Haurechi, and he tries to come through and forward on it. Was it equal speed? Was it shoulder to shoulder? I think the umpires are deciding this is going to go against Gantut and come up forward. Just needs to be more equal speed on that one, I'm afraid, one. I'm sure you know that better than I do. And so this one being marched up the field here by the umpires as Haider quickly goes and changes. And Alfredo Capella. So once again we have a penalty 2 for Ferry von Potosky to bring in here now. Ferry just dancing a little bit on as he comes up to it. This time no mistake though from Federico von Potosky. El Poto puts it on the board, and this time we now have 5 goals it is for Bangash, 2 for Gantut, and 2:10 left to play here in Shaka number 3. So 2 teams lining up here now. No mistake there this time for Ferry. A ball back into play, out the back of the line now. Kaku looking for it. Tomasito hunts him down, gets the hook, tries to steal, does so, comes away with the spoils, but he's got Cousin Pablo trying to steal that one as well. He flicks that one out there, does Kaku, trying to get onto it first. Is Pablo. Pablo keeps it going forward. Tomasito comes in, spills it, takes it away. Tenacious in his play. Comes forward again. Pablo comes in. Alfie comes in to help out. And now it's picked up here by Tomasito in front of Kaku. And we get a whistle on the play. And the umpire's just discussing this one here now. One umpire thinks it was. Maybe the other umpire was slightly unsighted on it. But we're going to go here to the third man to go for the VAR and have a quick little replay. Or a couple of replays to give the decision. And they don't want to waste too much time because we like to keep the game flowing, but must be right on these calls. So They're just discussing it. And so gone to the third man. He has the pleasure of having the replay from the drone and also from the ground as well. And it looks like the line of the ball had been changed there by Alfredo Capella. And the red player wasn't able to come in at that point. And so we have a spot hit to be given to blue. So Alfredo Capella for Bangash here now. Capella taps it forward, brings it up to the primary marker, sends that one up forward here now. Looking for Tomasito, gets up past the players. The backhand comes in by Kaku, saying the back can't get onto that one there. Looking for it was Capella. And the whistle blows as Pablo was sort of coming across the line there a bit. And this is going to get taken forward for, well, some might call it a bit of a soft penalty there for Bangash. So Potowski here now. Pony just jinking again, once again, but the flags are off, confirming it there. Goal number 6 on the board there for Federico von Potowski. Fede getting his goal tally up nicely today from the penalty spot. Ball into play, out the middle of the line, out it is. Coming onto it is going to be Llorente. Llorente comes forward, trying to get onto it and steal that one away with Alfie, but it's picked up here by Llorente once again. Goes with a long shot. It's going, but it looks like it's going to go across the face of goal, and wide it is. Just had the time, could have composed himself a little more, but just goes wide. And so, on the back line, it's Alfredo Capella for Bangash to bring it into play. Sends an absolute monster up the field here for Tomasito to go and pick up there. Tomasito being shadowed by Juan Jaureche. Tomasito onto the play. Tomasito once again. Tomasito plays with this ball a little bit. He's going to get told to get on and crack on and do something. And in comes Capella and gives that ball a thump up the field here now. Looking for Tomasito to try and run onto this one. Gets hooked off out of it there by Pablo. It's left though. And it's now Kaku to pick up the play. Dummies the backhand. Comes round on the play. First two to go. Sorry, that's Jaureche. Sends that ball up nicely there. Does Juan Jaureche. Up here now for Kaku Araja. Araja, he knows he's got Almiri gone up, so he goes with a long shot and sends that one up forward. But first to get off onto this one here will be Haider Bangash. Haider lets it settle, cuts it wide, spoils the play. Getting onto it there and read well there by Kaku, but it's going to be left here for Tomasito. Goes with the tail back, and he hears the call from Jaureche. Struggles to get onto the line of that ball with the pony, but it's cleared away here now by Tomasito. Tomasito onto the play, opens up the backhand. There goes the second hooter, ladies and gentlemen. So that there will end Chukka number 3 with the score being 6 goals it is for Bangash, 2 for Gantut. So 6-2 is the score in favour of Bangash. And so we go to the half-time break with 2 more chukkers left to play. And we'll go to a few messages, adverts and highlights from Polo Line. And now we'll go to some of our better goals here now, and that's Dante Castagnola with a nice little fist punch there. It was a really nice little goal, that was. And this here, Habtoor cracked an amazing neck shot underneath the neck there, almost between the horse's legs, and through the goal it is. And so this one here worked hard onto that one there, goes underneath the neck there, pounced onto it there, did Felix Essayun. And here, Gonza. This was pure class right in the first chucker. Just cut that one in through the goal. So maybe it was the start of the second chucker. Just a lovely goal there.
We come back from the halftime break with the innovative play of the match. Mayo Clinic breakthrough moments.
Forward up once again to Solari for Bautista, but the backhand comes in and cuts away out towards the side. Picked up once again here now. Comes forward, back into attack to Habtoor. Just stagnating a little bit on the play, looking to send that one forward. It gets cut out of the air and plucked out of the goal mouth there by...
Is there in there? Oh, Podolski couldn't bring it up. Oh, Haider Bangash once again. That was goal number 3 for Haider. Great afternoon for Haider Bangash on his goal scoring. Hareche picked that ball up beautifully from behind. Good eye, keeps his ball moving forward and looks to stick and ball this one home. And through the goal it goes. And the backhand there by Hareche. Oh, there was a beautiful backhand there. It was placed into the middle field for him to pick up. He opted to take an amazing open backhand out there for Rochi. Found a bit of space and off he went and put it away as he does. And here we have once again Rochi taking on the big man. Goes under the neck. Lovely goal by Torgita once again. And here Lukin flicks that up and in comes Haureche on the top of the bounce. Through the goals it goes. That was a cracking goal, I thought. And here once again Tomasito cuts this one in. This is for Haider, and Haider finishes it off well. This was Podolski. It was in chucker number 1 there. It's on Jiva. He turned around, scored a couple of great goals in that chucker. 2 back-to-back goals. Gets up past the man. And that's number 2. So, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here. And we'll just quickly go to an interview with Tomate Palacio.
Thank you, Adam. And here we are with Tomas Palacio aquí. Back to the good old times when we were doing this live and we were doing interviews with people in the halftime.
It's been a while. Pero bueno,
we catch you busy with the Bangash.
Sometimes I work. not that often, but sometimes I have to work.
Well, it's a good match. I mean, 6-2 against Gantul.
So far, so good. Pero Gantul last time against Habtoor in the third checker, they come back very quickly. So I think that we cannot underestimate anybody, you know, especially in this level of polo, they come back straight away. So let's see.
One of the things that I want to ask you, because you've been here for many years and you've been watching, you know, all the high goal, how they improve all the teams, especially the horsepower. They're all very level these days. Well, we just saw UAE was lost against Wolf.
See, I think that eventually now the people starting to realize that without horses you cannot compete. So if you look at all the organizations, everybody is bringing more and more horses. And of course, always related to the budget that they have. But if you, any little money you have, you can improve your horse. It will take you to a situation like now that any game could be for anybody. Basically, all the organizations are very up to level. So even new organizations like Shehangiri brought a lot of horses, Bangash brought 16 new horses this year, and now you can see he's all up to level. So I think, as we all know, in polo it's like Formula 1. You don't have a car, you cannot race.
Well, and not only the high goal, but also in the middle goal, the 12 goal, there are 8 to 10 teams competing in all the cups.
Yeah, if you look at the 12 goal that we've been looking through you guys during the week, some of the horses are the same horses playing here. You know, so everybody's up to level. You're talking about teams like Vindrai with 40 horses to play only the medium. So if you have 40 horses to play medium and low, what is left for the high goal?
Well, I'll give you free, because if not, they will
kick you. Again.
But we'll miss you here with the microphone.
I miss you too, and have good luck for everybody, and thank you for covering.
Thank you very much. Back to you, Adam.
Well, thank you very much indeed, Sebastian, with that interview there with Thomas Palacio, who's a key instrument there in the Bangash organisation this season. We'll quickly go to the chukker by chukker. We see there on screen at the end of chukker number 1, it was 1 apiece. Chukker number 2, 3-2. But in chukker number 3, Gantut unable to put anything between the posts. But 3 goals scored there by Bangash, taking them to 6. So 6-3 was the score as we look like we're about to start. Chukker number 4 with a roll-in from where the hooter ended. Chukker number 3. So we have the teams making their way onto the field. And in the meantime, for our social media, please, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't done already, pololine.tv for the app. For everything in polo, on Instagram, Pololine OK, Facebook, Pololine Int, and of course, on YouTube, it is Pololine TV. And to keep up to date, of course, with everything here, please have a look on Instagram of Dubai Gold Cup Series and also Habtoor Polo Club for keep you up to date with all the schedules and events here at Habtoor. And whilst we're just waiting a little bit longer, I'll quickly once again thank our main sponsors here. Bentley sponsor, the Bentley Emirates, has been the official dealer and sole authorised importer of Bentley Motors in the UAE since 1983. Again, thank you for our co-sponsor Diamond Lease, which is a fully owned subsidiary of the Habtoor Group, established back there in 96, offering automotive rental and leasing solutions. Our official apparel and jersey sponsor, of course, is US Polo ASSN, the official sports brand of the United States Polo Association, the USPA, the largest association of polo clubs and polo players in the United States. Our media partners, Pololine TV, of course, Albadia, Expat Woman, Loving Dubai, and Presna Polo. And so the 2 teams there are just lining up and looking to get this 4th chukker underway. With umpire Benny just to roll this in from the inside out. So ball to play, back of the line out. Kaku trying to pick it up. Alfie comes up with the spoils there on Rabicana, I see. Flicks it up forward here now. Looks to send that one out hard and strong, does. But it's going to only fall here as far as Hareche as a play comes in front of him. The advantage played on it as Hareche picks up the play. Hareche checks, turns, comes back. Petovsky awaiting for him. But he sends that one up past him, trying to get to Kaku, but goes a bit wide. And covering it well there is Tomasito once again on his near side. He picks it up as quickly over to him. There is Pablo Llorente. Goes with a good strong backhand under the tail for Petovsky, but it's Hareche. Tries the backhand. Petovsky's over it too, so Llorente comes back in onto this one here. Alfie thinking he's getting something out of that one there, but nothing was to come for it. And it's left here now for Hareche, who sends it up forward here for Pablo once again. Out in front of the horse and hound here. It is Llorente, checks up the pony with Alfie. He's got Kaku in behind, and therefore we have Tomasito there with him. Tomasito goes with the runner. He sends that one straight up the middle, and he's looking for Hareche, but he's kept off out of the play there by Petovsky. Petovsky goes with the backhand clearing it away from the danger zone, opening it up here now for Tomasito, avoiding that first hook. Tries to pick up the bouncer, but goes a little bit wide on it. He tries to come back onto it in front of Hareche, but he just comes a little bit wide from left to right onto that play. Directly in front of Juan Hareche, and we get a whistle on that play. So the ball will be dropped down here now for a spot penalty in favour of Gantut, to be teed up by Juan Hareche. But it looks like it's Kaku going to take this one here now. Kaku Raja. Comes off onto the play. Oh, he dummies the big one, keeps it short. Petovsky goes back over to him, coming back behind in support there is Hareche. Tries to run that forward. Petovsky can't come in because Hareche is in on that ball quickly. Coming back round, circling round is Kaku. In there with Hareche, flicks it back. Kaku goes for the first time play and sends that one forward. Tomasito gets a little bit of it, tries to stop it. They're all looking to try and stop that one there, but we're just going to allow that one to go out over the back line and shut it out over the back line there by Tomasito Fernandez Llorente. So Bangash retaining possession here now. With Alfredo Capella to bring it back into play. Capella taps it forward. Brings it up there to the primary in the form Llorente, and he sends that one out wide, looks to take him on. But Llorente gets the mark of the man here, goes for the backhand, gets it spoiled, looks to pick up the new line here, does. Jauretche comes in comes Tomasito, takes it on his near side, played a very strong game indeed and comes forward once again, looking to get onto that one there is Butovski in between the two players. Kaku looking for the hook, gets it, leaves it for Llorente here now. Pablo on the near side, comes in behind his own player. He comes over onto the stick side in front of Capella and looks up towards the goal. Couldn't quite get a hold of that one then. But Capella clears it away from the danger zone once again. Butovski goes back to it, but Kaku's already in there looking to play the backhand. Oh, and he's just left that behind for Butovski. And Butovski unloads that one and sends it for Capella. But it's first onto this one here surely will be Jauretche. One Jauretche in there with the big man shadowing him. Jauretche flicks it on the near side. Comes again, now puts it onto a stick side, looks to control the man and the ball, being pushed all the time there, turns away from him, avoids that reach out hook, and he did get hooked, but in behind was Pablo to give him a little bit of a helping hand, and Pablo sets sail through the traffic here now. Pablo Llorente gets the shot, comes a little bit of cane, he picks it up once again, he's got Betty in front, Tomasito threatening him behind, coming around, looking to try and have a near side double at that one there. Is Hyder, and he goes with a shot, but it goes on wide to the right hand side. Pablo reckons he was just infringed or possibly intimidated, but the whistle silent. But now we do get a whistle. Well, I think there's been a reasonable passage of play, so the players are quickly changing and the umpires are just having a quick chat about this one. And yet again, as the previous game, with the gesticulating with the mallet, the helicoptering, the umpire's not having it. Maintaining the same standards. And so we have a technical there, and the ball's dropped down here at the halfway point. And Butovski just tees this one up whilst players scurry to change. And players called, and Alfredo Capella to bring this one into play. Hyder just sorting his knitting out. He dropped one. Got his mallet back now. So in comes Capella, thumps that one up, comes off Hyder, leaving it now for Llorente. Llorente, he's got men gone forward, leaves it for Kaku. Kaku coming forward. Jauretche's gone for the run. He's gone. He's out on a flyer here now. He's trying to get away there from Capella. One Jauretche thumping forward. A lovely number 2 player, but playing at 4 here. Comes onto it. Gets hooked off out of it and coming in onto it to try and clear it away. Was Tomasito Fernandez Llorente, but in doing so, he's put that one out over his own back line. And so we have a corner. A penalty 6 here now in favour of Yantu. So the ball being teed up here now by Pablo Llorente, Kaku. Just hovering over just to inspect it as Ali Almiri whips off to go and get changed. Or change pony, should I say. So Kaku Arashi here now. On the penalty 6 corner. 6-2 is the score. In chucker number 4. Kaku comes in, it's along the ground, looking to try and stop that one. Tomasito pushes it wide, gets a little bit onto that one there, does Feddy, but now it's picked up here by Alfredo Capella. He comes away from the traffic and goes out there towards the picnic area side on the far side of the field from Polo line here now. Out on the far side, Capella checks up, looks to see if he's got a bit of space. Pablo's over there with him, goes with a thumping bomb and sends this one up forward and pulls our way out of it wisely does Alfredo Capella as you get Tomasito coming back there with Kaku in behind. He's got to go by himself. He can't. He's trying to push back. He does. He pushes back well. Picks it up on the near side. Tomasito with another tap here. Tomasito Fernandez Llorente. A classy goal there by Tomasito Fernandez Llorente. Thought he was beaten by there, and I thought Kaku reckoned he would have probably had him beaten as well by controlling the middle of the field. Took the man, but no, he pushed back at him well. Didn't have the pony, did Kaku, and it's Tomasito. Picks it up nicely and finishes it off well for goal number 7 on the board there for Bangash's Tomasito Fernandez Llorente. And so back to the middle of the field it is once again. Ball back into play. Picked up here by Fede. Here's a call. Gets a bit straight on it. Trying to get into there. Capella, he knows he can't, but Kaku's got it this time here now. Kaku turns away with the play here now. Gets sport in this play, and next onto it is Pablo, controlling Vitovsky. Tries to come away from him there. Can't get onto it. Tries to get in onto it. No advantage coming out of that. And the whistle blows. And so, ladies and gentlemen, the ball will be placed down here now. So the umpire's here just conferring with the third man about where they're going to take this one here now. As Juan Haricha really needed the next play, but he was interfered with and couldn't quite get onto that one. So we'll have a penalty here now from the 60-yard line, a penalty 4 in favour of Gantut. Teed up by Kakuraja. 7 goals to score here. Chucker number 4. 150 on the clock before the first 2 to go. So, Araja. Van Gaspar is taking the opportunity to change up that end as well. Looking to keep this pressure on the Gantut side. It is. Kakuraja comes in, strikes it bobbles. The players have a slap and a tap of it, but it goes on through the goals. He'll say thank you very much indeed. The flags are off. Goal number 3 on the board there for Gantut by Kakuraja. Let's see on the replay there for our Polo line viewers. Kakuraja. 4. So, 2 teams line up once again. Ball into play. Stopped at the front it is. Looking to get onto it is Pitowski. Pitowski onto the play. Trying to get through onto a couple of players. The 2 Gerentes, as it were. But now it's left here for Capella. As Ali Almiri comes up. Let's see what the umpires decide. Capella reckons it was his play. Ali reckons it was his. And the ball's going to get dropped down here now. So, clearly not a forward motion there from the team. So it's going to be dropped down here now for a spot penalty for Gantut. Picked up nicely there by Ali Amiri was Alfredo Capella. So it is Juan Harichi brings it forward. Kaku close by him. Kaku looking to make a couple of runs here now to give him the options. Goes straight out in towards the middle of the field. Kaku gone back over onto that far side over there. Looking to get in is Tomasito, but Kaku comes away with the play. Tomasito with him. Opens that shoulder up and drives an absolute beautiful play in towards the goal. It's going, but unfortunately falls a little bit short. And to the left-hand side of the goals it is. So on the back line once again. Now, Freddy Capella to bring it into play. Capella taps it up here now. Capella goes under the net, puts it out there, looking for Pitowski. It gets held up and picked up here, though, by Kakuraja. And we've got players coming from all sides and directions, and there's a third one in the middle there, and it's like, oh, if we get a whistle on that play, as Kaku's gone goalward bound, he thinks he can't believe it. If there's someone in the heavens, it's not looking down on him now. There's the ball's placed down here. For a midfield penalty for Bangash. Freddy Capella. Tomasito gone with the long one, gives that ball a ride, and it's already out over the top of all the players looking to try and pick this one over. Tomasito, it's out there towards the left-hand side. He's controlled the man, but the man put too much pressure and couldn't pick that one up, and coming back onto it was Almiri and Pitowski, and a whistle goes. Let's see if we can see something on our replay. You see where the line of the ball was, and the player's coming round on his near side and just turning across in front there of Ali Almiri. And so we get a spot penalty here now in favour of Juan Harichi. Ngantut. Anton brings it in. Push that one, nice way to pass. Out there for Araja. Araja looking to avoid the hook. Yields off, leaves the ball. First hooter goes, and in towards the middle of the field it comes here now. Pablo picks it up or tries to do so. Who can get round onto it? Scurrying that pony around with those big strong legs of his there. Here's Capella, keeps it away here from Almiri. But Juan Jauretche is coming back at him. Goes with a big bomb to send that one up forward. It's going towards the back line. Can they get there in time to pick it up? Trying to get onto it is Pitowski. Cuts it back in towards the middle of the field. The backhand comes in, sends it a bit further. And this time to try and clear that one away, out of the way, was Kaku. But we end up with the second hooter going. So that there, ladies and gentlemen, will end Chukka number 4 with a score being Bangash 7, Gantut 3. So a ball to be placed down there, and the umpires can unpick that from the top end there, whilst the players quickly change, and we'll go to a few messages, adverts and highlights from Polo Line. So welcome back here now to our Polo Line viewers. The shot there on screen of Juan Jauretche. As they're up that end, so they'll be back out on the field quicker, Will Gantut, and coming from the scoreboard end, the other end, of course, it is Bangash. A lot of swapping of ponies going on around here, as you see. Pitowski sorting himself out, back out there onto the Kiva. Said really found her own here this season with Pitowski. So roll the ball in from the inside out. Ball into play it is. Coming off with this, Pitowski looks for the backhand. Backhand goes in towards the danger zone, trying to get onto it there and clearing it literally from the teeth of goal. Once again is Juan Jauretche. He sends it up here and it's picked up here by Pitowski. Pitowski out there now for Capella. Look, he'll find a bit of space for himself. He'll turn and try to set up a play. And Pitowski's trying to turn away to get going forward, but he might have collected Kaku on his way. So there's a spot penalty being given here now for Juan Jauretche and Gantut. Juan brings it forward. Keeps this ball moving forward, then gets told to use it. Leaves it now for Kaku, who has to go up forward with the play. Kaku Araja. Kaku leans into that one and gives that ball a ride. It's high and proud, looking there for Almiri. Almiri and Hyder going back onto this one here now. Almiri going for the near side backhand, couldn't quite pick that up, and Tomasito comes in. His play spoilt. Next onto it here will be Pitowski. Pitowski in there with Capella, yields off it, leaves it for Capella, goes up on the run, looking for the bomb. The bomb comes up and it's up there now. Hyder's trying to get onto that one there, but it's going to be Juan Jauretche to settle on the play first. Juan picks up the play, turns, Comes away from it here now. Tomasito in there with one this time now. Gets on the move going forward. Opens the shoulder up, looks to goal and sends a lovely ball up the front door, but it's across the face of goal. And it's going to be picked up by Capella. In comes Almiri to put that pressure on. Capella and Almiri. Capella dummies and plays and toys with him, takes it away from him. Almiri comes in with the nice little backhand to spoil that one for Haurechi to pick up. Goes with the open backhand. Lovely backhand there. And we've got players trying to get onto that line. And we get a collision there behind the saddle. But who was wrong? Who was right? Let's see what the umpires decide. And we have a yellow card given there for the red 3. Capella's trying to turn on him. He's come across the front of him. And so the ball placed down the halfway line here now. For a midfield penalty. Capella having a little bit of a chat there with the umpire. 2-0 as usual. Otherwise, if he keeps chirping, we might get a throw-in. That would be fun, wouldn't it? So the ball teed up there by Pitowski. And it will be Alfredo Capella to bring this in here now. Alfredo leans into that one, sends that ball up the front door here now. But it looks like Haurechi is going to get back to that one here first. Reads it well, sends an open backhand, looking there for Kaku. Backhand comes in though by Pitowski. And we get another whistle on the play at the top corner there. And it is in favour of Gantut. For one Haurechi once more, as you can see on the replay. So one Haurechi to bring it into play. One. Taps it up forward. Brings it up there to the primary in the form of Pitowski. Sends it up past Tim. Looks for the weighted pass. Going to have to come back for it though, is Pablo. So you're going to check up and set up the play once again. Is Llorente. Haurechi comes in behind. Goes up there to the big fella Capella and leaves it on behind now for Haurechi. Looking to send that. Oh, no, he dummies the big one and sends it up there leaves it for Kaku, who picks it up nicely. Kaku Araja. Onto the play once more. Comes inside. Goes for the shot here this time and sends it up into the danger zone. It's going across the face of goal. Looking for the next shot. Goes for the backhand there. Almiri gets a lovely shot, but it's just a little bit too much acute on the angle underneath the tail. And out over the back line it goes. So they've peppered that back line a lot here today of Gantut. But the score still 7 goals Bangash, 3 for Gantut. And it's Alfredo Capella to bring it into play as Tomasito gets on some fresh legs here with 4:20 on the clock. Sends it out here for Tomasito. He's got his mallet sorted out. Yes, he does. And off he goes here now. Tomasito coming across to him is Haurechi. Haurechi takes the hook. Ball comes off the pony. Off the boards it is. Falls for Kaku here now. Good play by Haurechi. Spoiling that now for Kaku. Kaku sends it up forward. He's got Llorente out there in front of Capella. Gets a move on here now. And he didn't get the tap he was looking for. The backhand from Capella picked up though by Kaku Araja. Finishing it off on the meet by Kaku Araja. Making the score now, 4 goals it is Gantut, 7 for Bangash. So beautiful meet there by Kaku and says thank you very much indeed. And just snuck that inside the goalpost there. But it's the right side of it, so in, or the left-hand side as it was literally, but it is the correct side, and through the goals it is. 4-7's the score. And now back to the middle of the field as players scramble to change. And ball back into play, looks for it there. Does Pablo sends it up looking for Haurechi, but first and he does get onto this. Tomasito looks to try and spoil that play, but well picked up and collected here by by Haurechi. Sends the backhand comes out looking to try and pick it up though. Is going to be Kaku Araja. Kaku there with Capella. Kaku and Capella turns away from Capella, faces forward once again and sets sail. He's got Haurechi in behind. Gets a bump and a ride off there, but keeps possession of it, goes near side, and in comes the stick side play there from Badowski, and we get a whistle on that play. So we can see on the drone shot there, you got a nice big bump, and then he comes in and tried to play across the front of the pony a little bit, so we end up with a spot penalty here in favour of Bangash, with Patowski having the right to the play. And it's going to be brought in by Capella. Capella gives that ball a ride. Sends this ball up forward. Looks to pick it up on the near side. Couldn't quite get the shot he was looking for, but this time Tomasito couldn't either. And Patowski comes in to join the party and comes away with the play. And it is Patowski. Up forward he comes. Near side play. Flicks it away from him there. Does Haureche, but we've got a whistle on the play. You see Kaku and Tomasito are off the play here. Not quite sure what happened, but I think that Tomasito's had a bit of a thumping in there. Or got caught with a mallet or something. So we'll just have a slight pause. The third man, of course, will go to the big screen to see if he can see anything. And can we have the ambulance, please? So I'll just have a slight pause here now whilst Tomasito's had to go up to the ambulance. And it looks like he got caught with a backhand or something. So whilst Tomasito gets seen to, hopefully by the ambulance. Oh, it's moved. Little bit lapsadaisical they are this afternoon. Normally very efficient indeed. Must have a different crew on. So I'll just have a quick break here now, which once again gives me the opportunity just to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, that please make sure you get your tickets, your general entry for the finals next Saturday, the 14th. That's St. Valentine's Day. The general entry is 195 dirhams, of which you can buy through Virgin Tickets, Platinum List, and the AHG loyalty app. The gazebos, there's only big gazebos left, or just a couple of them anyway. For field side, which is 2,800 dirhams with a picnic basket for 8 people. We have a few tables left in the gold VVIP tables. 10,000 dirhams minimum spend on drinks for 10 people with parking passes. And in the garden at El Castillo, we've just got limited spaces as well. 1,500 dirhams per person, inclusive of event entry, parking pass, and stunning spread of food and house beverages. For bookings of those, media at DubaiPoloGoldCup.com or on 056 373 2999. So Tomasito's back with us again, fortunately, and it's ball's going to be brought back into play here by Gantut. And one Haureche. Haureche. Traps it up forward here now. Looks to send that past Poto to get up to Kaku. Kaku keeps this ball moving up forward here now. Being marked there by Tomasito. They come together. Tries to pick it up. Does so. Does Tomasito. Takes the man, shuts him down. Takes it forward and takes it deeper down. In comes Kaku to try to make the spoiling play. Keeps possession though. Does Tomasito. Tomasito turns away from the players, but we've got a whistle on that one there as Pablo Llorente is trying to get forward. Was he being kept off out of it there in close proximity to Alfie? Or by Alfie, should we say. So we've got a little bit of a blocking foul there. So 2:18 on the clock it is, and 7:07 to 4 is the score, but an opportunity here now for Gantut from the 60-yard line. A penalty for Kaku Raja, teeing this one up. Comes in, strikes it, puts that way up and through and over the goal post it is for Kaku Raja, putting goal number 5 on the board there. For Gantut, making the score 7-5. And just over 2 minutes left to play here in Chukka number 5. So 2 minutes now as the two teams line up. Ball into play. At the back of the line it comes. Backhand there by Halrechi. Tries to get that one up there for Kaku. In comes Pablo, sent up further forward there this time, and pick it up now by Pablo Llorente. Pablo being hunted down there by Tomasito. Tomasito tries to steal on the near side. Pablo keeps possession though. Pablo keeps going forward here with the play. He's got Kaku in behind, so he goes up forward and leaves it now for Kaku. Kaku looks up to see the goal and he hopes he's got a bit of a window to send that up, but it's blocked and stopped nicely there by Alfredo Capello, who sends that ball and gives it a thump here for Tomasito on the near side. He goes a little bit wide with it. It's allowing Kaku in onto that play. He goes with an immediate backhand, but it's taken and intercepted well there by Alfredo Capello. Hunting him down there is Pablo Llorente on the boards. Near side backhand. He's hooked off out of that. We get a whistle on the play. And so on the replay, you can see as they come up onto the boards, goes with the near side backhand. Austin riding into that one there. So we end up with a spot penalty here in favour of Bangash for Alfredo Capello to bring in. 1:13 left to play. Capella. Ferry goes on the move. He's not as fast as the ball, and the ball's gone up there for Tomasito. Tomasito on the play here now, being hunted down by Halrechi. Tomasito, he's getting up past him. He's away from him. He's out-horsed him here, but he manages to get the hook in, but the ball's travelling. It's travelling. It's going. Ali O'Mary wants a bit of that one there, but it's flicked away in there. Patulski had a go. Hyder had a go, but we've got a whistle. Was there a foul getting to that play? Let us see. We'll have to have a little look on our replay. Tomasito put that one there. Ali O'Mary wants a bit. Fetty tries to flick that one in. Oh, maybe Hyder came across in front of the player, and that he did. So we have a spot penalty in favour of Gantut. To bring it out from the back line here now is Halrechi. Halrechi trying to get the hook from across the back of the horse. There was Patulski, and he goes with a long shot here now and puts a beautiful ball. Lovely play there up for Llorente, and we can pick it up. Next onto it is going to be Almeri. Almeri shows him how to do it and puts it forward. Near side play, looking for it as Tomasino trying to keep it away from Alf. He does so. Backhand by Almeri. Through the goal it is. We have a game, ladies and gentlemen, but is it a little bit too little too late? And 6 goals it is now for Gantut. 7 for Bangash. Started with a lovely passing play there from Juan Halrechi up to Pablo, helped out by Ali Almeri again, and Ali Almeri finishing it off for goal number 6 on the board. So the players come back to the middle of the field, but I think it's going to beat them to it. Ball into play is, and we have a whistle before the hooter. Whistle first, 5 seconds on the clock, please, Sully. Oh, it's tense. It could be going up. What are they going to decide on this one here? If it goes in Gantut's favour, they're going to have an opportunity to turn around and level the scores. So they've gone to the third man just to be sure on this one. Bangash came into this junket leading by 3 goals. I think it was. We'll see at the end. So, the responsibility has been given to the third man, the prof. And so a foul has been given, ladies and gentlemen. And it depends if there's enough momentum moving forward for it to go forward, or will it be a spot? It could well be going forward from this throw-in, and that will be a penalty in favour of Gantut. Gantut already migrating. And consulting with the third man once again. It's coming up to a penalty for a 60-yard penalty here now in favour of Gantut to level it up. So, Kaku. Kaku Rajas tee this one up here now. Bangash looking to defend it. If there's ever a time, Kaku. So players called. Araja comes in, drives along the ground, gets half stopped out of that one there, picked up by Tomasito, saving the day for Bangash it is. Tomasito, Fernandez Llorente, the hooter goes, so that there now will end the match with the final score being 7 goals in it for Bangash, 6 for Gantut. Nothing like keeping a bit of pressure on. I mean, Gantut came back well. Teams congratulating and thanking each other for a game that Bangash ended up dominating in the last, up until this last chukker, and Gantut came back with a venomous chukker and nearly got the equalising goal right at the last minute. So the teams congratulate and thank each other on that one there. So very happy Bangash on that one there. We can see from the drone as Gantut retired back to go and get a change. So by chukker, you can, as I was saying, after chukker number 1, it was 1 goal apiece. After chukker number 2, it was 3-2. Then at chukker number 3, this is where the pressure went on. 6 goals at the end of chukker number 3 to Bangash, 2 for Gantut. And in chukker number 4, it was 7-3, so only 1 goal scored apiece there. But in chukker number 5, Bangash unable to score, but there were 3 goals by Gantut, making his final score 7 goals to 6 in favour of Bangash. And now we'll go to some of the best goals for our Polo Line viewers. And there's the backhand. This is one of the last ones there with Kaku coming in on the meet, put that one away, redeeming himself there. Oh, there's a great goal there, super goal there by Tomasito. Had to get round the man, controlling the middle of the field. Not an easy job, especially when it's someone of the calibre of Kaku, and he managed to do so. Reverse neck shot there, couldn't pick it up. Good, Tomasito, but actually that one he was told just to leave it there by Fedi, who had a clearer play at it and put that one away nicely. And coming up through here now was Juan Horeche, puts that one in from a distance. Great goal there by Juan Horeche. And this one here, that was a cut shot there by Alfie. Ali Amiri's in the goal, but there's nothing you could do with that one there. And here we go, coming up here. You see, you've got Potowski gone forward as well, but they left that one free and just goes to swoop that one underneath the neck nicely. And so the skyline view there, as the sun starts to drop down here in the city of Dubai. We'll just come to the stats here now. Inshallah. So Bangash 7-6 over Gantut. Field goals 3 for Bangash, 4 for Gantut. Throw-ins 6-7. Gantut just winning most of those fouls, 9-10, so pretty even Stevens. Penalties 4 from 6 for Bangash, 2 from 3 for Gantut. Safety corner unable to convert that one was Gantut, but we had a couple of yellow cards in there, had a couple of technicals as well, but a couple of yellow cards in there. So the pressure's on, but we need to try and keep a lid on it. And so, ladies and gentlemen, for myself, Adam Snowden and Polo Line, we look forward to you tuning in tomorrow afternoon for our next game at 4 o'clock. Thank you and good night.